The next line has been updated by hand a couple of times. Population 5,962. And on a wall lining the road there is large striking graffiti. It says only this: monsters.
Awesome. Shane, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it. Everybody's talking about this. Literally, I've seen it all over Twitter. So tell us, what is Darkmouth?
Darkmouth is a story of a kid, 12-year-old boy, who's the last in a long, long, long line of legend hunters. And he lives in this town, Darkmouth, which is the last place on Earth where legends of myth still invade. His is the last family that still has to fight them. His dad is the last great legend hunter. And Finn is the one who's going to have to take over the family business,
massive
stop the monsters, save the world. And the problem is he's not very good at it. He doesn't really want to do it, and that's the starting point for Darkmouth.
I want to go back a little bit. How did you discover that you could write, and why did you want to get into writing?
Well, I suppose, like a lot of people, I wrote in school when you have to do your school essays and things. But I remember that day, I think it was in second class, where I just went, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do.
Imagine knowing from that age.
I know.
Yeah, this is it, I've decided.
And the problem is I'm not very good at anything else. So if I didn't do this, I'd be in big trouble. So I really knew when I was very young, and I ended up being a journalist, and I wrote a couple of history books. But I never really had confidence to write fiction because I'd only really written it in school. But I loved reading. I loved reading so many books, both as a kid and as an adult. And sometimes you just sit down and give it a go. And that's what I did. I kind of came up with the idea and I thought I'll just give it a go and see what happens. And it's been amazing since.
Was it always going to be in that realm of fantasy and...
Yeah, I think so, because I love books that are fun and funny and adventurous and have sort of fantastical stuff and science fiction and all of that. And the great thing about writing for younger readers is that they love all that stuff as well. So it was, I was never going to write a particularly serious book. I have to have a joke every 3 lines at least.
And of course, you've got children yourself, so they're going to be your biggest critics. So have any of your kids read your book?
Yeah, so I have 4 kids, but 3 of them are very young. But I have a 9-year-old boy, Ushin, and he's been brilliant. And I had that great moment where he wouldn't turn out his light in his bedroom because he wanted to keep reading the book.
Brilliant.
I thought, so that was probably the best moment so far, you know, when something like that happens. It's just fantastic.
And obviously the aim is for this to then kind of go on into a series and a number of books. Have you already got those ideas kind of up in your head? And
yeah, I've a few. So the second book is out in August, and I'm writing the third book now, and I have a pretty good idea of where it's going to end. I'm not sure exactly how many books yet we'll do, but you know, I kind of have a pretty good idea. I think it helps to kind of have some idea of where you're going with it.
I kind of feel like you're Ireland's answer to J.K. Rowling.
I don't know. Well, I don't
but this is what people have been saying. Like it has been.
But it's more. I would have. I really like guys like Derek Landy and Owen Colfer, who are really great Irish writers, and Darren Shan, and then I would have grown up. I don't know if you guys have read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is Douglas Adams' book. So they're the kind of things that I really, really love. But if you know, if I had like a millionth of J.K. Rowling's success, I think I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then, of course, the incredible thing is it's already been snapped up for a movie deal.
Yeah.
Class!
I know.
When did that happen?
And they're talking about that actually being in cinemas in 2017.
What?
So
Wow.
Because so many of these get optioned kind of for things and stuff, but this is actually going into production.
Actually, no, they're actually kind of working on it at the moment.
How involved were you then in the movie side of it, the script and everything?
Well, I would have talked to them, and so I would have talked to the producers about what they want to do with it. So they want to make it a live action rather than an animation. So that's really interesting. But they kind of get it. You know, it's set in Ireland, so they, you know, they kind of get all that stuff about it, which is great. But I'll have a look at the script and whatever, but I won't be writing it or anything like that because they want to make it the best film they can, and I'm not sure if I was writing the script
and
that
you've
it
got
would
more
be.
books to do as well.
And I've got more books. I would like to star in it, obviously.
I was
I'll write
ask,
myself.
you have a little cameo in there?
No. I want the full trailer and everything. I'll be very upset if I don't get that.
Awesome. Brilliant. Shane, thank you so much for joining us. And best of luck. I can't wait to find out what happens with the rest of the books as well. So thank you so much. Awesome. Guys, stay tuned because I'm going to be speaking with the creators of a brand new Disney film, Big Hero 6, right after this. Thanks.
cholesterol level is lethally high, Homer, but I'm more concerned about your gravy level.
Now, wait a second. You doctors have been telling us to drink 8 glasses of gravy a day.
Well, you're a little confused.
Oh, confused, would we?
Okay, gentlemen, I want you to raise your hand when you hear the tone.
You can't tell me what to do.
Nothing yet!